Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, an introduction to AWS Config will be provided along with a demo. Imagine you're managing a cloud infrastructure with dozens of AWS resources such as EC2 instances, S3 buckets, security groups, and many more. One day, you discover that someone has accidentally made an S3 bucket publicly accessible, exposing sensitive data to the internet. Now you might be thinking, when did this happen? Who made the change? And how do I ensure it doesn't happen again? This is where the AWS Config comes in. AWS Config is a service that continuously monitors and records the configuration of your AWS resources. It helps you to track changes to your infrastructure and ensures compliance with your security policies. How it works? The first step is to enable AWS Config. This involves turning on the service in your AWS account, selecting the storage location like S3 bucket, and configuring the IAM role. This enables the service to track and record configuration changes in your account. Next, you will select the resources to record. AWS Config supports a wide range of AWS services, including S3 bucket, EC2 instances, and more. Once the resources are selected, you will add rules for compliance checks. AWS Config allows you to use managed or custom rules. After the rules are in place, AWS Config will continuously monitor, audit, and evaluate your resources. It provides a clear compliance status for each rule and store a detailed history of configuration changes for auditing purposes. If any resource is found to be non-compliant, you can take action through remediation. This can be done manually or automated using the remediation actions. Finally, you can set up notifications to keep track of important events. So this AWS Config can send alerts through Amazon SNS whenever a resource becomes non-compliant or a critical configuration changes occurs. This step is optional but highly recommended to stay informed. Now let's see in practice how AWS Config can help us track this and prevent it from happening again. In preparation for the lab, make sure you have an active AWS account and necessary permissions for AWS Config to enable and set up rules, S3 to create buckets and configure access control, and IAM to manage resources. So first, let me give you a quick overview of what we are going to do. We will use AWS Config to monitor and restrict public access to S3 bucket. To achieve this, we will create an S3 bucket, enable AWS Config to monitor all resource types, add a specific rule to restrict public access to S3 bucket, configure remediation to enforce the rule and test the setup. And in the AWS Management Console, we will be doing this hands-on in North Virginia region. Please note that this particular hands-on will cost you. Now, step 1 is creating the S3 bucket. Let's do that now. Navigate to S3 console. So in the search bar, just type S3. You will be directed to the S3 dashboard and click on Create Bucket. Enter the name as IAM Technos, Config Demo Bucket. Select the region closest to you. I'm choosing North Virginia region. Ensure the public access is blocked in the settings. So by default, it's blocking all the public access at the bucket level as well as at the object level. So just click on Create Bucket. Now we will enable AWS Config to monitor all resource types. So navigate to AWS Config. Click Get Started or Settings if you have used config before. Choose all resource type. Use the existing IAM role which was created already. And choose Create an S3 bucket as the delivery channel for config logs. Click Next. We are not defining any rules. We will add them later. Click on Next again. Review the settings and then confirm. Yeah, now let's add a rule to enforce restricted public access to S3 buckets. So in the AWS Config console, go to Rules Click on add rule. Search for S3 bucket public read prohibited and select it. Click next. And we will go with the default options for the second step. Review it and save it. This rule ensures all your S3 buckets are monitored for public read access. If any bucket violates this rule, AWS Config will flag it. And AWS Config provides remediation options as well. Now here is how to set up a remediation. Now navigate to the rules. So we are already in the rules. Select the rule S3 bucket public read prohibited. Go to actions and manage remediation. So go with the manual remediation and choose AWS disable S3 bucket public read write from the list of predefined remediation options. Okay, so I'll go for resource ID parameter as S3 bucket, and then I can save the changes. Now let's test the setup. So we are already in the rules. So if you scroll down, resources in scope, there are no non-compliant, but if I just click on all, here you can see there are two S3 buckets. One is the one which is we created before, and other one which is created for the logs. So what I'll do, as of now it is showing as compliant. I will go to this bucket. I'll make this bucket publicly accessible. And the AWS config must flag this as non-compliant after some time. Okay, so let me go back to the S3. Go to S3 bucket, go to permissions. So blocking all public access on. I'll just turn off by confirming. I'm turning off at the object level as well, so that I can make my bucket public. Okay, so I have done that at the object level. Now let me go to the access control list. I'll edit it. So I'm enabling this read. Okay, so I understand the consequences, though it is not recommended. So click on save changes. Okay, so it is having a read access. Now let's go back to the config. Let's wait for some time to turn this particular bucket as non-compliant, and then we'll try to remediate. So I have waited enough. Let's do the refresh. You see, this bucket is non-compliant now. Okay. Now let's try to remediate it. So in order to remediate, just click on the resource and click on remediate. Okay, now if I click on remediate, this particular S3 bucket, which has read permissions, will automatically turn off. Let's see that. So go back to the config. So click on remediate, and you can see the status also as soon as I click on remediate. See, action executed successfully. Okay, so we'll wait for some time for the bucket to take the action, and as soon as it is done, this particular record again will turn to compliant. So let's go back to the S3 bucket, do a refresh. See, the read access has been disabled by the AWS config. Now, if I go to config rules and click on refresh, it made that record compliant again. Okay. So let's clean up the resources we have created so far. Delete the S3 buckets. So just copy this bucket. Go to buckets. Select the bucket. Click on delete. Give the bucket name. Disable AWS config and remove the custom rules. So go to settings. Here the recording is on. You can simply stop the recording. And you can start the recording at any point of time. And let's delete the rules. So before you delete the rules, you need to delete the remediation action first. And then the rule itself to avoid errors. So it says deleting. We'll wait for that to be deleted completely. Now we can also delete the bucket which is created by the AWS config. However, if you have any objects in this bucket, you cannot delete it. So let's cross check first. Delete them. And delete the bucket. So in conclusion, AWS config solves configuration and compliance challenges in cloud infrastructure by providing continuous monitoring, change detection and auditing. It records all changes to your resources and the configuration. In this case, AWS config can show you exactly when the resource became public and whether it complies with your security policies or not. And AWS config evaluate your resources against the custom rules or predefined rules. These particular rules help ensure compliance with security policies, organizational standards, regulatory frameworks. By maintaining a historical record of resource configurations, AWS config helps to diagnose issues, roll back changes, and understand the root cause of the incidents. And AWS config integrates seamlessly with other AWS services like Lambda, CloudWatch, Security Hub, and many more. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below, and I'll be glad to help. Take care and happy learning.